Good afternoon, Raider baseball fans, and welcome to Hayes High School, where your Rouse Raiders are set to play Game 3 versus the Floresville Tigers. Raiders forcing a Game 3 last night with a 4-1 victory versus the Tigers. Daniel Norris picks up his 9th win of the season as he remains undefeated, 9-0. Some highlights from that game last night, Steve.
Yeah, so the Floresville Tigers came out and scored a run on us early. It was a clean run. It was an earned run. Just a infield hit, and then bunted the kid over, the runner over, and another little base hit to score the run. So they got that run there, jumped out to an early 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Keegan Solomon went ahead and got a walk and a big double by Ryan Galloway to score Keegan Solomon. And then Colby Diaz chased Ryan Galloway home with another RBI single. So it was 2-1 after the first, and really the Raiders didn't look back after that. Jake Alepa had a great night with a home run, a 2-run home run in the bottom of the second. That was a 9-pitch at bat. He hit the 9th pitch.
Wow.
Over the fence. And, honestly, when he hit it, I didn't think it was going out. I thought it was going to hit the wall or maybe be just a nice little single, and that thing just kept on going. It kind of rose as he hit it. So, really, really awesome experience, and boy, did he need it.
Well, they forced the deciding Game 3, and today it's win or go home for one of these teams this afternoon.
Yep.
Floresville comes in out of District 28 5A, 17-12 overall on the season, 8-6 in district. They finished as the 3rd seed. The head coach is Ricky Salazar. His assistants are Joe Zertucci, Tyler Murph, and Bruce Kimball. Your Rouse Raiders come into today out of District 25 5A, 24-10 overall, 9-5 in district, with finishing a number 4 seed. They are coached by Chad Crimpine and assisted by Josh Harris, Dan LaPaglia, and Jason Bourgeois. The introductions are taking place, and we're going to run through the lineup for the Tigers. The Rouse Raiders are the home team this afternoon. Leading off will be the starting pitcher for this afternoon, number 3, Preston Freeman. He will be followed by number 1, Jonathan Espinosa in right field. Batting third, number 7, Jacob Trevino at first base. Batting fourth, number 9, Brandon Cardenas, the third baseman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 4, Brett Cook. He will be hitting for the second baseman, number 2, Derek Ferreira. Batting sixth, number 10, Victor Gonzalez behind the plate. Batting seventh, number 5, Brooks Farrell at short. Batting eighth, number 14, Gavin LaFleur in left field. And rounding out the order will be number 11, Jacob Villarreal in center field. For your Rouse Raiders, leading off will be the left fielder, number 3, Keegan Solomon. He will be followed by the shortstop, number 7, Ryan Galloway. Batting third will be the right fielder, number 34, Colin Correjo. Batting fourth will be the starting pitcher this afternoon, number 8, Oscar Salazar. Salazar will also assume the designated hitting duties. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 17, Colby Diaz. Batting sixth, number 1, Drew Forcell at first base. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 9, Carter Heinrich. And batting eighth, the second baseman, number 12, Joe Sparshoe. And rounding out the order will be number 6, Jake Alepa in center field.
Yeah, the bottom half of that lineup, Sparshoe and Alepa last night going a combined 4 for 6 with multiple extra base hits. I mentioned the home run, and let's hope they stay hot.
We're going to take a moment for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with you. We want to thank you for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. It's baseball time in Texas, and the Rouse Raiders have taken the field. Your defensive battery for the Raiders this afternoon. On the mound, Oscar Salazar. Behind the plate, Carter Heinrich at first base. Drew Forcell at second base. Number 12, Joe Sparshoe. At third base, number 17, Colby Diaz. At short, number 7, Ryan Galloway. In left field, number 3, Keegan Solomon. In center field, number 6, Jake Alepa. And in right field, number 34, Colin Correjo. Well, as we mentioned, it's a win-or-go-home game today, and these have been low-scoring games.
Really good pitching. We've seen some really good pitching, and you know what? Last night was no different.
You know,
after the second inning, there was no more scoring, 0. So.
And you look at the first game, a pitcher's duel between Brooks Farrell for Floresville and Andrew Kithill for Rouse, and you had one run score, and it was an unearned run. A run that scored by reaching base on an error.
On an error, yep.
And so, you know, really evenly matched teams here between these two programs, and today will be the tale of the tale, as unfortunately the season will end for one of these teams today.
You know what? It's been a pleasure to watch all 3 of these games. Or 2 of these games so far, and I'm glad we're back for Game 3. So,
well, the winner of this game will take on the Cedar Park Timberwolves as they closed out their best-of-3 series last night versus Medina Valley.
Saw the coach and assistant coach for Cedar Park get here quite early.
They were here early. They were here when we got here.
They were here when everybody warmed up. They wanted to see warm-ups. So. I learned recently that the leadoff hitter, this Preston Freeman, who is also going to be on the mound today, he is a junior commitment to UTSA.
Well, Freeman will dig in from the left side, and he will face Salazar for the first time. Salazar deals a strike, swung on and missed. Really helping himself out. I'm getting a little bit of static. We'll see if we can clear that up. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Salazar deals outside for ball 1. Hated to miss the game yesterday, but my youngest son, graduated from McNeese State University with his Bachelor of Science degree in marketing.
No, you had to do that, and congratulations. That's wonderful.
1-1 pitch misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1. The sad thing about it was that he finished magna cum laude.
Yeah.
But he missed being summa cum laude by 1/100th of a point.
Oh, my gosh.
Pitch swung on and fouled off.
What is it?
For strike 2, that will even the count.
1/100th of a point is probably one answer wrong on one test.
Right, and it was his freshman year.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
The 2-2 delivery is cut on and missed for strike 3, and that will do it for Farrell as we get started here early in the first.
Great start for Oscar Salazar, getting the first batter. Preston Freeman has been a pain to all of the pitchers of Rouse so far this series.
The right fielder, Jonathan Espinoza, will dig in. He pops this one up. It's playable. Sparshoe tracks it, makes the catch, and that will do it.
Number 7, Jacob Trevino.
Jacob Trevino will come to the plate. He's the first baseman for the Tigers.
Just a little bit of wind today, blowing. I want to say it will help balls going into left field.
Fastball in for a strike. I'll tell you what, Salazar is doing work here in the first. The 0-1 pitch in for strike 2.
Pumped up. Definitely has some adrenaline going, I believe.
The 0-2, that's down and away for ball 1. And, you know, I know I've mentioned this several times through many of our broadcasts, is It's hard to believe that this young freshman could actually be in the 8th grade this year.
I know.
Pitch.
Look at that. That's a great start for Rouse.
Outside is Trevino chases for strike 3. And the Tigers go in order here in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. On to the bottom we go. We're scoreless at Hayes. Beautiful facility out here.
It really is. They've treated this okay. Not bad. So
distance down the lines, both right and left field, 315 either direction. To straightaway dead center, it's 380 over the green monster. And so you can only make assumptions about the power alleys, and I would assume that they're somewhere around 345 to 350.
That's a good, I would guess that exact amount. Jake Alepa hit his ball probably about 365, 370 last night.
The defensive battery for the Tigers this afternoon. On the mound, number 3, Preston Freeman. Behind the plate, Victor Gonzalez. At first base, Jacob Trevino. At second base, Derek Ferreira. At third base, Brandon Cardenas. At shortstop, Brooks Farrell. In left field, Gavin LaFleur. In center field, Jacob Villarreal. And in right field, Jonathan Espinosa. Due up for the Raiders in the first, Solomon, Galloway, and Correjo.
Really key to get the Raiders bats going today, and got to get it going quick. Leadoff batters, if you guys can get on, that will up the chances of scoring in the inning quite a bit. So there are no at-bats that should be given away right now.
For the Raiders,
so keys for the Raiders this afternoon, you got to be selective with the pitches.
Yeah, got to go deep into the counts. Yep.
And try to work through the starting pitcher this afternoon.
Yep.
If they can do that much like they did versus Canyon in Game 3 last week,
correct,
then they've got a great chance to win the series. Freeman winds and delivers. A strike call on the outside corner. 0-1 the count to Solomon. The 0-1. Solomon lays off.
Upstairs looked like.
On a high fastball for ball 1. That will even the count. 1-1 delivery. This is hit down to third. Cardenas has it. The throw over to first will be in time, and that will do it for Solomon. 5-3 on the putout. That will bring up the shortstop, Ryan Galloway. Galloway getting his second start as shortstop in this series. As you recall, Blake Gonzalez started in Game 1. Galloway takes for a strike.
Ryan's definitely in there for an offensive spark, and he gave it to the Raiders last night.
The 0-1 delivery, that's in for strike 2. And Galloway quickly down in the count, 0-2. Gonzalez gives the sign. This is cut on and hit down to first. They lob it over.
Yep.
From Trevino to Freeman to get the out. That will go 3-1 on the putout of Galloway. And again, they're rolling over on top of these pitches, and that's what they were doing in Game 1, and that's what they've got to avoid this afternoon. Colin Correjo will dig in. He'll take high for ball 1 as that pitch sails away from Gonzalez. Oscar Salazar really helping out his on-deck fielding percentage. The 1-0, that's right at the top of the zone for a strike, and that will even the count.
I just want his real fielding percentage to be good.
There you go. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the right fielder. The wind and the delivery is swung on and missed for strike 2. And again, this is what they've got to avoid. They have not taken Freeman into any deep pitches. That pitch is fouled off, and the count remains 1-2. Nobody on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. We remain scoreless. Preston Freeman on the mound for the Tigers. This is cut on and popped up. No. Steve Kidhill tries to play, and it's just over his head and out of the park. Way to go, Steve. That was a valiant effort.
Tried, but no.
I know y'all couldn't see it on camera, but
wasn't going to lay out for that one. Sorry.
Well, we're about 20 feet up, and that would have been a bad fall. The 1-2, this is hit back up the middle. Farrell plays it. The throw over to first will be in time, and that will do it for the Raider first. 6-3 on the putout of Correjo. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 1, we're scoreless at Hayes.
Couple of perfect innings thrown. I think this is runs are going to be at a premium right now. We gotta take every at bat like it's their last.
Due up for the Tigers in the second, Cardenas, Cook, and Gonzalez. Salazar makes his way back out to the mound to get things started here in the second. Steve Kidhill with an awesome opportunity to catch a foul ball and take it to the concession stand for a snow cone.
No, don't need snow cones these days. Thank you.
For those of you listening not familiar with that, that's kind of a Little League thing that years ago if you returned a foul ball back to the concession stand, they would give you a free snow cone.
They were doing that at Rouse for a little bit, and they actually upped the price, and they said, okay, you gotta get 3 foul balls, and then we'll give you
your choice of a candy.
Piece of gum or something like that.
Yeah, not much incentive there.
Not much incentive at all. Times are tough.
Times are tough. Remember back in the day when you could buy a piece of bubble gum for a penny.
Oh, I know.
Some good old double bubble, and it had the little comics and riddles on it.
Yeah. Bazooka.
Yeah, Bazooka too.
Gum.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you could get baseball cards from Bazooka that would have a stick of gum in it as well.
And by the way, those are worth something today.
Right, yeah. If you still have that gum in it, I don't know that I would try to eat it. Salazar pitching exclusively from the stretch this afternoon. First pitch offering. Oh, he thought about calling that one.
He flinched. The umpire flinched just a little bit. And
just a bit outside for ball 1.
Skirted the strike zone just a little bit too much, I guess.
The 1-0, this is popped up. This could be playable, but I believe it's going to go out. No, it stayed in, but too close to the dugout.
That's just tough. That's a tough play to make, and
both
can be
or
dangerous.
all three.
It can
Heinrich,
be dangerous at some
Salazar, and Forcell were tracking that ball because every out is a premium in this game right here.
Oh, absolutely. We gotta have every out.
1-1 the count to Cardenas. Salazar comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Just a bit high, and some of the Rouse fans disagreed with that. You kind of heard a sigh, but really no chatter back at the umpire.
That's a good pitch. Good pitcher's pitch.
The 2-1. This is swung on. It's playable. Sparshoe is calling it. He makes the catch, and that will do it for Cardenas. The designated hitter, Britt Cook, comes to the plate. Again, he is hitting for the second baseman, Derek Ferreira. Gonzalez on deck. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Several of the hitters for the Tigers are left-handed batters. This is hit up the middle. Aleppa takes 2 steps back, makes the catch, and that will do it.
Hit hard, but right at Aleppa. So
that will bring up the catcher, Victor Gonzalez. Farrell on deck. Pitch down and away for ball 1. It's only the 7th pitch of the inning for Salazar. The 1-0, that's upstairs for ball 2.
He's got some extra velo on his pitches right now. Still the adrenaline running high. Do or die game.
The 2-0. Oh, wow. That was a nice looking pitch, but misses inside for ball 3. So you can just imagine that he's going to have the take sign. The 3-0, that's high and inside for ball 4, and Salazar issues his first walk of the afternoon. First base runner for either team so far, and that will bring up Brooks Farrell. We do have a courtesy runner for the catcher, number 17, and Steve,
let me see if I can.
The awesome engineer and producer, will get that information for you.
Number 17, Robert Contreras.
Contreras courtesy running for the catcher as Brooke Farrell stands in.
Outside, darn it.
First pitch down and away for ball 1. Salazar comes set. The 1-0 delivery, that's down and away for ball 2 as he tries to correct, and Heinrich is wisely going out and talk to him. Hey, it's cool. Just settle down. Let's just hit our spots. If they hit it, give your defense a chance to make a play behind you. And
just a little trouble hitting the strike zone, and
don't overdo it.
Yeah, he just needed a break right there, and relax and hit the glove.
The 2-0, that misses low for ball 3.
All of a sudden, he's gone 7 balls in a row.
Salazar comes set. The 3-0 delivery misses outside, and he's walked back-to-back batters.
8 pitches.
Gavin LaFleur comes to the plate, and Coach Harris is going to go out and take a moment to talk with Salazar in the infield and kind of determine the defensive strategy that they're going to follow on this one.
You know, with 2 outs, you just got to make them hit it and play, and hopefully it gets hit to somebody, make a play, and get out of this inning.
We want to thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. If you're new to SHN and Rouse Raider Baseball, please click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be kept up to date with events that go on SHN with Rouse Raider Baseball. First pitch in for a strike to Gavin LaFleur.
There we go. Got to go right after him.
And we are monitoring the YouTube stream, and if you place a chat, we'll try to get y'all in there. So as a reminder, please keep it cordial. And pitch swung on and missed for strike 2.
Second base umpire just looked into the Raider dugout and yelled at him for some reason. Got a dugout warning.
We want to thank the Floresville Tiger fans that are tuning in and watching the game. The 0-2, this is chopped on and hit down to third. Diaz has it. There will not be a play, and it's in and out of the glove of Drew Forcell. And that will score Victor Gonzalez.
Oh, shoot.
On a play that Diaz should have eaten because he really didn't have a play at first. And now you have runners on the corners. A huge mistake.
Yeah, that
E5.
ball needs to be caught there, and ouch. That's just.
This is cut on and hit back up the middle. Galloway has it, lobs over to Sparshoe at second, and that will get the force of LaFleur.
Stop the bleeding. Had to stop the bleeding, and there we go. That's
That'll go
what we needed.
6-4 on the put out of LaFleur. But the Tigers managed to get a run across. They get one run on one hit. They leave one.
Two.
No, they got the
Oh,
force
they got
at
the
second.
force. Got it. Okay.
So they leave one, and after 1.5, it's 1-0 Tigers.
Oh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite them. We just need to.
Well, that's what came back to bite Rouse on
Yep.
Thursday night's game was the runner was able, and I can go back to my scorebook. Let me go back to the book, and I can tell you Preston Freeman was able to, let's see, where, no, I'm sorry. Jacob Villarreal in the third inning was able to reach on an error by Joe Sparshoe.
And this game, these teams are so evenly matched,
Right.
that just one little mistake, it can really cost the whole series. So
Right.
we'll.
And then later in that inning, Jacob Trevino gets the RBI single.
Yep.
And that was the only scoring of that game. And could have had a whole different complexion as both pitchers were dueling, and that could have been scoreless through 7.
Got to overcome.
Salazar comes to the plate as he takes for ball 1. Due up for the Raiders in the second, Salazar, Diaz, and Forcell. Pitch in for a strike, and the count evens at 1. Freeman winds and deals down and away for ball 2.
He's working at a very fast pace. Seems like the Floresville Tigers may be coached to do this.
The 2-1, this is lined up the middle. Ferreira has it. A throw over to first will pull him off the bag, and Trevino will apply the tag. That will go 4-3 on the put out of Salazar.
Third baseman, number 17, Colby Diaz.
Colby Diaz will come to the plate. His first at-bat of the afternoon. Drew Forcell on deck for the Raiders. Freeman delivers for strike 1. The 0-1, this is popped up. This could be trouble. Trevino over and makes the catch, and that will do it.
2 pitches.
Drew Forcell comes to the plate.
First baseman, number 1, Drew Forcell.
Nobody on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to see Drew go deep into the count.
Pitch outside for ball 1. Nobody on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The Tigers leading this one 1-0. Freeman delivers outside for ball 2.
There you go, Drew.
The 0-2 pitch, that's down the middle for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike count for Drew Forcell. Pitch
Good
outside
eye.
for ball 3.
Good eye.
The 3-1 pitch. That's in for strike 2.
Came with a curveball or off-speed pitch on 3-1.
Full count for Drew Forsell. The payoff pitch, that's down and away for ball 4, and the Raiders have their first base runner on board, and much like Oscar Salazar did in the top half.
2 quick outs, and then
Freeman goes through 2 quick outs and then gives up a walk, and Salazar gave up back-to-back walks.
I know coaches out there are saying, "Oh, 2 out walks," and 2 out walks are not. They would rather give up a base hit than a 2 out walk.
Carter Heinrich takes for strike 1. Heinrich, the catcher, Forsell with good speed. He extends his lead at first. He takes off. Throw down to second will not be in time as Forsell dives in safely and picks up a stolen base.
1-1 the count. That's what I've got.
Scott Forsell, he posted early today around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. He already posted on the chat. Can't wait. And now his son is standing over at second base. Darla Cook cheering on her Tigers. Leanne Marshall also cheering on her Tigers. Scott Forsell as well. 2-1 count to Carter Heinrich. Freeman from the stretch. The pitch, that's high for ball 3.
This is exactly the Raiders starting to implement their game plan of making the pitcher work right now.
The 3-1 delivery is swung on and missed for strike 2, and the count goes full. 1 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Drew Forsell extending his lead at second. The pitch outside for ball 4, and I'll tell you what.
That was close.
That could have gone either way, folks. That was a very close pitch, and as a batter, you don't really like to leave that determination up to the umpire, but
just got to do it. You got to do.
He got advantage of the call, and so that will load or put 2 on, and Sam Walsh will come in to courtesy run for the catcher as Joe Sparshoe will come to the plate. Little shoddy.
Hey, man, he had a great night last night. Long at bat, deep into the game, and ended up hitting a double.
He takes for ball 1. Drew Forsell says, "Hey, I'm still here." Thanks for tuning in. Scott, we appreciate it. I said Drew, but I mean Scott. Sorry about that. The 1-0. That's upstairs for ball 2.
This is exactly what we needed. We need a long inning. Long inning by the pitcher.
Well, aside from that, we need a tying run to
we need a tying run
make it a new ball game, right?
Yeah.
Freeman comes set. He takes a look back at Forsell at second. He deals. He gets the outside corner for a strike. And Sparshoe showing some discipline here. Usually he likes to jump on pitches early.
Yeah.
The 2-1, that's outside for ball 3.
Wind has shifted just a bit, and now it's blowing directly out to left field. This will definitely get help. All balls hit to left field will definitely get help.
3-1, that's high for ball 4, and Freeman walks his 3rd consecutive batter.
Yep.
And just as we mentioned last week, there's no defense for walks.
No defense for walks, and you start walking people, you start flirting with danger. We saw 1 score already this game. So
that'll bring up the center fielder, Jake Alepa. He's hitting 9th in the order last night. He got a home run.
Not sure there's someone with a better eye than Jake Alepa.
Breaking ball in for strike 1. Raiders with a golden opportunity, and a good sharply hit single could score 2 with Walsh's speed. Pitch outside for ball 1, and that will even the count.
Watch for an inside pitch. If he gets an inside pitch, Jake won't give an inch.
The 1-1, this is hit deep
out
to
of here.
left.
Get
This
out.
could be
Grand
trouble.
slam.
It is a grand slam home run. Jake Alepa has just broken it open with his second consecutive home run in 2 games.
Oh, my gosh. What?
Grand slam.
You want to talk about on fire. Holy moly. Jake Alepa, that was a no-doubter to left. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hats off to the senior. Way to go, Jake Alepa. I know I'm blasting your ears, and I apologize for that, folks, but the excitement is palpable for this senior. If you only knew the struggles this young man has had at the plate all year long. Comes into this series batting 157 on the season. Had been taken out of the lineup in the game 1, and then comes through in game 2 and game 3. I'm sorry, I'm emotional about it. I'm excited for that young man.
Here goes his dad. His dad's going to go get the ball again. Oh, how wonderful. Great story.
Whew.
Yeah, that's...
Keegan Solomon takes for ball 2 or ball 1, and that will even the count. So please forgive my emotionalness, folks. I'm just, as I mentioned, ecstatic. The pitch misses outside.
Not a nicer kid on the
great,
on the
just
Rouse.
a great kid, just a great kid. The 2-1 that gets the outside corner for strike 2, and that will even the count. And as the Raiders have done all season long, Steve, they're doing this with 2 outs.
2 outs. 2 out magic going on.
Freeman back to the windup. He shakes off a sign from Gonzalez. He deals outside for ball 2.
I got
ball 3.
Yeah, okay. Man, he clobbered that ball. Wow.
The payoff pitch from Freeman. That's cut on and hit up towards short. Farrell has it. The throw over to first as Trevino lays out for it and keeps his foot on the bag.
Quite a play right there.
Quite an athletic play by Trevino to get the out. And that will end it for the Raiders' second. But the Raiders get 4 runs on 1 hit. They leave none on, and after 2 complete, it's 4-1 Rouse.
Wow. How exciting.
You go back and listen to a replay, you'll hear Mike gone as soon as he hit the ball.
Wow.
That ball was gone as soon as he hit it. Oh, yeah.
It was.
His dad went out there. They have a search party on for that ball right now. You can see him out there right now.
All right, looking for it.
Yeah. There's a couple of red shirts out there.
So we want to thank Kenzie for tuning in for the Tigers, rooting her Tigers on. Thank you for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. Scott Forsell with a big yes. Wow, that was exciting, folks. I know if you're Floresville, reading Floresville on, that's not what you want to hear, but for Rouse, that's a big plus. And this is a tight game.
Tight game.
Every run is critical in this game.
My daughter, who is at captain's camp for her church, she is watching the game, and she just yelled out, "Oh my goodness, look at this grand slam." How wonderful.
To my knowledge, that is the second grand slam in Raider baseball history. The first one hit by Taylor Ward, and that was in a game versus Leander, and it was
You're going back a couple years.
Taylor Ward out of the class of 2014.
14, wow.
Salazar back on the mound. He deals outside for ball 1.
Salazar's job now is to rein it in and just throw strikes. Let's throw strikes, get some outs.
Jacob Villarreal hitting, and he lines one out to center. This will drop for a base hit.
Yep, it's okay. Just keep throwing strikes.
Right fielder,
Make 'em earn it.
Jonathan Espinoza.
Oh, excuse me. Where did I miss? I guess I missed Villarreal back in the last inning as the. Oh, that's because he hit into a fielder's choice. I'm sorry.
It's a fielder's choice, correct?
Right. So that's why I didn't mark his down on that one. So.
First pitch in for a strike.
And that was Preston Freeman at the plate. He gets the single up the middle.
And this is a bunt.
The 0-1, he leaves his bat out for 2 strikes as he's attempting to bunt Freeman over.
Floresville offense looks like this. Preston Freeman get on some way, and then the second batter go ahead and bunt.
The 0-2, that's cut on and hit back up to short. Galloway has it.
Oh, no.
To second, he's over. He throws it over into left field or right field, and Correjo.
Well, that's been a
And that's
been an
another one of those mistakes right there, and he gets second on the E6.
That's just been an issue, and you just got to overcome this somehow, some way.
Espinoza hits into a fielder's choice.
Obvious bunt situation. He went.
That does not go as a base hit.
No.
And as Adam mentioned last night on a fielder's choice, he called it a base hit.
Yeah, no, it's a fielder's choice and fielder's choice and an error, right?
Yeah, fielder's choice and an error.
Obvious bunt situation. They're trying to bunt it down the third base line.
The 0-1 delivery bunts it foul for strike 2.
Because if he makes the third baseman field it, there's no way to get the runner coming behind the third baseman going into third base. So that's why you try to bunt it right there at third base, at the third baseman.
It's a force at any base.
Now with 2 strikes, they will not bunt.
The 0-2, this is hit back down to third. They'll get 1 and 2
nice
for the double play.
Great defense right there. Good turn by Joe Sparshu. Got to get the double play when you have it, and good execution. So,
I believe Sparshu was covering the bag. So 5-4.
Yeah.
And 4-3. 2 away for Brandon Cardenas.
Ball gets away. Nope, no runner.
Salazar wisely coming up to cover the bag. Pitch down and away. One 0 count for Cardenas. He takes for a strike, and that will even the count.
You can hear that wind blowing in our microphones. That's nothing we can really do about it, but definitely it's helping the ball to left
1-1, a breaking ball in for strike 2, and more like a slider.
That was a little slider, yeah.
Little slider there. Eli Barron, let's go Rouse. Kathleen Forsell, Raiders, Jake Alepa, wahoo! The 1-2 pitch.
Great block by
Carter Heinrich blocks it with his chest to keep it in front of him.
Saved a run right there. Can almost put a little asterisk on that play. It won't go down in the box score, but yeah, that was fantastic.
Count goes even at 2. The runner at third for the Tigers. The 2-2 pitch, that's down and away for ball 3, and Cardenas works it full.
All right. Oscar's got to come with a strike here some way, somehow, some way.
The payoff pitch from Salazar. This is hit foul down the first base side. And the count will remain. Britt Cook on deck. Salazar comes set. The payoff pitch, that's cut on and lined into right field. That will be an RBI single for Cardenas.
good piece of hitting there. Just taking the ball, try not to do too much with it, dump it out in right field. On a 3-2 pitch. That's putting the ball in play, good things will happen for you.
Tigers cut the lead in half. Salazar deals low for ball one to Britt Cook. Salazar takes a look over at first to Cardenas. The 1-0. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I don't know what the Floresville fans are upset about. That was right down the middle.
I mean, he got that
right down the middle, thigh high. And that couldn't put a ball on the tee.
That was a good pitch. I don't have any complaints about the home plate umpire today. He's doing well. The 1-1, this is fouled off, and the count will go to 1-2.
My only complaint is that he's an umpire.
You've always got your complaints. You haven't been a fan of umpires this season.
I am not a fan. Thank you.
Victor Gonzalez on deck. The 1-2 delivery. This is chopped on and popped up foul out of play. Count remains 1-2. One on with 2 outs. Brandon Cardenas standing at first. Cook 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. The 1-2. This is cut on and hit the first.
There we go.
Drew Forsell will step on the bag, and that will go 3U unassisted, and that will do it for the Tigers second. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after 2.5, it's 4-2 Raiders. On to the bottom we go. Due up for your Raiders. Galloway, Correjo, and Salazar. That's your 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
Hey,
So the only thing that I mentioned earlier about the chat on YouTube is, to keep it cordial and civil. Sometimes you get students on there and they kind of go back and forth, and it really gets nasty and ugly, and that's not what our broadcasts are about. We're here to promote high school baseball, and it's about the guys. Yes, if you're Floresville, you're going to hear a certain amount of homer from us because this is a Rouse Raider broadcast. But overall, we try to keep it fairly neutral and promote the boys. It's all about the boys and their experiences. They can come back and watch the games later on and have great high school memories to cherish, and that's the goal of what we're trying to do here at SHN Sports, and keep it ethical. And
I have gone back several years and watched games, and just trying to get some tips about how to announce it, and what does the color commentator really do, that sort of stuff. But I've gone back, 2, 3, 4 years and watched it, and we want to have a good quality product here.
Right, absolutely.
So that's what we strive for. So, Michael, I'd like to take a moment and give a shout out to A to Z Sports Media. They've covered Rouse Raider baseball all year long. Megan Olds and the crew. You guys have been really good for us and captured the moments. Thank you very much for supporting Rouse Raider baseball.
Preston Freeman back on to pitch the third for the Tigers. As Ryan Galloway will come to the plate. Galloway grounded out to first his first time up. First pitch offering for Freeman, high and inside for ball 1.
Let's go. Keep moving this, making the pitcher work.
It's chopped on and hit foul for strike 1. As Galloway rolled over on top of it. Freeman winds and deals. A swung on and missed for strike 2.
Galloway fooled on that pitch.
1-2 the count to Galloway. The 1-2 pitch, that's swung on and hit down to third. It's in and out of the glove of Cardenas, but he plays it in time and gets the out, and Galloway throws his helmet down as he tries to leg it out and upset with himself that he couldn't beat out the throw. But a great play by Cardenas.
He kind of stumbled out of the box. Otherwise, I think he beats that out.
Because it kind of bad hopped on Cardenas
Yeah.
and hit him in the chest and bounced back out in front of him, still able to play it and get the throw to get the out. Pitch outside to Correjo for ball one. The pitch, this is lined into right field just beyond the outreach glove of Trevino. Correjo's going to try to leg it out, and he's safe. He legs it out into a double.
Good hustle. Good hustle by both teams. Made it close, and Colin motored right out of the box. Was thinking double the whole way.
The pitcher, Oscar Salazar.
Megan Olds says, "Thank you, Steve, for the compliment."
Well deserved.
So, and it's a tightly contested game right here between these two programs, and if you lose, your season's over. And so they're both battling to go to the next round. First offering from Freeman, swung on and fouled back for a strike.
Yeah, to your point, there's definitely high emotions going right now, and it's just want everybody to know that we're all okay. We're all human after this. We will all live, even after this game.
Freeman from the stretch. He takes a look back at Correjo at second. He deals outside for a ball.
1-1. Fix the scoreboard here.
One and one the count. The pitch from Freeman. This is hit back up the middle. Throw from Farrell back to third, and Correjo will be tagged out on the fielder's choice.
That's kind of a weird play, but I think Colin Correjo actually ducked the tag and was still in play all the way to second base there, but he was thrown out. And
that will go
no argument there.
5-4.
Coach is checking on his second baseman right now. He looked a little shaken up after the play. For some reason, we can't do a courtesy runner for Oscar Salazar.
Is it because it's an injury? I wonder why he's saying that he can't.
Because maybe he's the DH too? I don't know. I don't know that rule, guys.
Well, he doesn't assume the DH spot until he's relieved.
There's some reason why Oscar has to go ahead and.
Salazar gets the jump. There will be no throw from Gonzalez down to second.
And let me tell you, he stole that on the pitcher. He was 3/4 of the way there when the ball was delivered to home.
Diaz takes for ball one. 1-0 pitch to Diaz, misses low for ball two.
Diaz should be looking fastball right down the middle. He should be looking for his pitch.
Diaz popped up into foul territory at first, and
Good
Trevino
aggressive swing.
made the catch to get him out. He takes for a strike on the outside corner. Two and one the count. Freeman takes a look back. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike, and there was no doubt that was a big, nasty hanging curveball.
Yep.
Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the third.
Colby should be protecting the plate.
Pitch outside. He gets to the backstop. That'll be a wild pitch. as Salazar moves down to third base.
Let's see if we can get that run back right now.
Diaz works the count full.
Boy.
Freeman goes to the windup.
If Diaz could hit it down the right field line, it is wide open over there.
The payoff pitch. It's ball 4.
High. We have 2 outs? 2 outs.
And Freeman has issued his 4th walk of the afternoon.
First baseman, number 1, Drew Forsell.
So just being the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Freeman's about to throw his 60th pitch.
Forsell 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up. Ball goes to the backstop.
Here comes Salazar.
Salazar will score.
Big run right there. That's huge. Hit back.
No activity going in the Tiger bullpen.
Colby Diaz is getting a pinch runner. It's going to be
Jack Knight.
that's a pinch runner right there. Jack Knight is coming in for Colby Diaz, and let me tell you, Jack Knight is an athlete. He's a track star. So he can absolutely fly.
Number 42.
You know, just
He was announced as a courtesy runner. It is actually a pinch runner. He is in the game for Colby Diaz right now.
right. This is lined back over to third. Throw over to first.
Safe.
He fooled him off the bag.
Off the bag.
His
Yep.
foot came off the bag.
Pulled him right off the bag.
And Cardenas, instead of applying a tag tonight as he passed by, was going for the throw over to first.
Coach is going to ask for help, but you know what? Again, in the first game, what I don't like that they're even huddling. He was 5 feet from that bag. He saw it perfectly. There's no reason to even talk about this.
So
Umpire should not overturn calls.
And similarly in game 1, they had this very same situation, but it was for Floresville where Rouse was saying that they got him out, and now the tables are turned right here. So you have the same thing. They ruled that
that umpire was 5 feet from the bag. He's
he's safe.
There we go.
So they
He's
ruled him safe. So that will end up being an infield hit for Drew Forsell as no one made an error. The ball was fielded cleanly, thrown cleanly, and caught cleanly. It was just stretched beyond the outreached hand.
Extends the inning, and you never know what happens when the inning gets extended.
And again, we're here with 2 outs. Raiders
2 outs.
have put 1 on the board. As Carter Heinrich will come to the plate. Heinrich, he's 0 for 0. He drew a walk back in the second and then came in to score on the grand slam from Jake Alepa.
First and third in high school ball gets a little interesting.
Throw down to second. The cutoff. They're trying to get Knight.
And they did.
And he gets tagged, and that will do it for the Raiders. As Knight fell for the trick play being cut off by Freeman. That will go 2-1. 2-5 on the putout of Diaz. Jack Knight. So Heinrich was at bat. He will be back up.
Yeah, Heinrich clears it, whatever.
I believe he was in a one-ball count.
He'll get a clean count when he goes back to the plate again next inning. He'll lead us off.
Raiders get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after 3 complete, it's 5-2 Rouse.
Man, the wind has just really started blowing even harder out there.
Due up for the Tigers in the fourth. Gonzalez, Farrell, and LaFleur. That is your 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Oscar Salazar back on to pitch the fourth. And every step he makes towards getting to the end is a big plus.
Every out. We got to. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the coach of Floresville is giving the home plate umpire a massive problem here. I'm not sure why he's talking to our catcher either, but okay. Maybe he's just giving some words of encouragement. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
When you're a coach, I mean, you don't negatively address any
players,
opposing player.
And you know, again, these kids are what oldest that's out there is 19.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Yeah.
So typically it's 18 and below, but occasionally you'll run into a 19-year-old senior. I was.
Yeah.
Just because of where my birthday fell.
There's some kids that are just turning 19 right now. So
Paul DeLong says, "Let's go, Oscar." He's rooting Oscar Salazar on. Victor Gonzalez will dig in to get things started for the Tigers here in the fourth. He takes high for a ball. Going back to A to Z Sports, and just want to give them a shout out as well. You know, Sonny Zepeda and myself, we had this conversation. You know, both of these programs, football and baseball, Sonny's been with Rouse for a long, long time. And so he and I both bring a certain dynamic to the football broadcast and the baseball broadcast that we have a deep history of Rouse.
Sure.
Because, you know, I had my first son, my oldest son, was in the alpha class for Rouse and graduated in 2012. Pitch misses high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. But a big shout out to them for all the things that they've done for Rouse over the years.
Yeah, that's been great. Great partnership. Oh, a little high.
Just a bit high, and count goes 3-1 to Gonzalez. Salazar felt like that he had the strike there, but the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed, and that will do it. No, it won't. Sorry, that will work the count full. Getting a little wishy there.
You're wishing it.
Salazar comes set. The payoff pitch. Cut on and missed for strike 3. For the first out of the inning, that will bring up Brooks Farrell. Farrell is 0 for 0. He drew a walk his first time up.
Center fielder, number 9.
Nope, number 5.
Shortstop.
Shortstop.
Number 5, Brett Cook.
Good pitch. Curveball in there for a strike 1.
This is Brooks Farrell.
The 0-1 pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2.
Not the call. That's beautiful. Beautiful pitch right on the outside corner.
0-2 the count to Farrell. The 0-2 pitch, that's cut on and hit foul down the left field side. Count will remain 0-2.
Hold on. They're gonna wait for the ball to get retrieved here down the left field line. I don't know if you can see it down there, right in the edge of your corner of your screen, but they wanted somebody to have it in their possession before they start the game again.
We're here in the top of the fourth. Nobody on with 1 out. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. LaFleur on deck. 1-2 pitch. That's
wanted to swing, but
down and away. Farrell showing some discipline and being able to hold off.
Here's where Oscar needs to come with his best pitch.
He needs to go to the well right here.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-2.
Nope, missed it. That's a ball.
Just outside. I mean, Heinrich set him up really well.
Heinrich tried to steal that one, but I couldn't sway the umpire.
Payoff pitch. This is hit out to center. Jake Alepa tracks it, makes the catch, and that will do it for Farrell.
Left fielder, number 14.
That will bring up Gavin LaFleur. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Back in the second. Two outs with nobody on here in the top of the fourth. Oscar Salazar on the mound for the Raiders. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and away.
Fooled him. That was a off-speed pitch, and that fooled him. He thought it was coming in the strike zone, and it was nowhere
It broke
close.
just out in front of the batter's box.
Yeah.
Pitch misses for ball one. Villarreal on deck for the Tigers. The 0-1 from Salazar. Swung on and missed for strike two. The 1-2. This is for ball two. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Salazar deals high for ball three, and
again, Carter
works it full.
Carter tried to frame that and just couldn't pull it down.
Salazar comes set. The payoff pitch. This is hit out to left.
Ooh!
And Keegan Solomon does 2 steps leaning back like a Statue of Liberty type move, and he makes the catch.
He was fooled a little bit. That ball was hit on the screws. But he made the catch, and that's all that really matters there. But he was fooled in that ball.
Tigers go in order. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on. After 3.5, it's 5-2 Rouse. Preston Freeman back on to pitch the fourth for the Tigers.
Concession stands are closing early tonight.
Yeah,
I tell you what, they just called last call.
Last call, and we're only in the bottom of the fourth.
Man.
Midway through, it's stretch time.
If you're here listening to us, go get your popcorn and hot dogs, because they're going to close up shop.
So I'm assuming that they're calling it stretch time here at Hayes.
I guess so. They do stretch time in the middle of the fourth.
In the middle of the fourth. Typically in high school, you would do that in the middle of the fifth.
Yeah, you would think it would be the middle of the fifth, but
more middle of the fifth.
Somebody's ready to go.
Right. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the area championship baseball round between the Floresville Tigers and your Rouse Raiders. Leading off for the Raiders, Carter Heinrich. As he takes for a strike.
That's a nasty off-speed pitch right there.
Joe Sparshoe on deck. He's followed by Jake Alepa. The 0-1, that's outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. This is tattooed and hit out to
hard.
left.
Get out of here.
And that's over the fence, a home run for Carter Heinrich.
Wow, he just crushed
the
that
second
ball.
home run, and that was a flat line home run. There was not a lot of lift to that as it sails over the left field fence.
That ball didn't get 30 feet off the ground. And you know, when he hit it, I thought, man, that has a chance, especially with this wind the way it is. Good for him. That's
the Raider
great.
bats have come alive today.
Second baseman, number 12, Joe Sparshoe.
Little Shotty comes to the plate, as he's affectionately known by fans and teammates. He takes for a strike. Okay, we do have a clarification from Brad Davis. The 2020 rule change extended the designated hitter role. It basically states that a defensive player can be listed as their own DH if a pitcher-catcher is also listed as DH. They are not allowed courtesy runners.
That's great. Thank you very much
Yes.
for that feedback. I'm always wanting to learn more about the high school game. So, thank you.
So maybe a substitution, or maybe he's questioning the lineup. He's not batting out of order. And Heinrich was at bat whenever the out was made in the previous inning.
I don't know. Their lineup, I can only think that there's a lineup problem. So, I don't know. I mean, Joe Sparshoe was up to the plate. They pitched one pitch to him, and then I can only think that they're saying that he's batting out of order.
And he's not.
Was he pulled for a pinch runner?
No.
Heinrich was courtesy run, maybe.
No, Heinrich was at the plate whenever Knight was picked off.
There you
at
go.
Third.
And then Carter Heinrich. Yeah. Give him the Jeopardy theme song there.
So not sure what the argument is, but
I can only think that they're saying that. But Heinrich should have been up.
Heinrich, he was not finished with his at-bat. In fact, it was the first pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, when Jack Knight was caught stealing. So. He definitely feels like he has some sort of beef. And, you know, honestly, this delay, the only thing it's hurting is his pitcher right now, because his pitcher's just sitting there idle. So.
Yeah, he's vehemently arguing,
and he's getting the Rouse faithful a little irked.
This is a part of it that you really don't like. You know, you get fans just bantering a coach. I mean, let him make his argument, just as Coach Crimpine would.
Oh yeah.
You know, you let him make his argument without giving him grief.
Yep.
So he has that right.
He has the right. I just don't know how long he's going to be. How long does he have until he's like, hey, you're really just, you got to go sit down. You're not going to win your argument here. Let's go.
The assistant has been told to get off the field, but they're insistent on arguing this right now, and I do not know exactly what his question is on this.
They got to get out. They got to get this. These umpires got to get this game under control.
So I assume that's Coach Salazar that's talking to the home plate umpire. He's got every right to do so, and he's doing it in a cordial manner. He's not really being ugly that I know of.
Yeah, I think they're getting really heated right now. You watch. Got to get out of here, otherwise you're gone.
Okay.
Please get off the field.
The umpires,
that's what the umpire is saying right now.
The umpires are escorting him back to the dugout. They're trying to keep everything cordial without having to eject the coach. And
you don't want to eject somebody here. We don't want, even the Rouse broadcast, we don't want him ejected, but if he's going to delay the game too much longer, he is going to get that. So,
I mean, everything in my book is correct. Jack Knight was caught stealing and picked off at third base while Carter Heinrich was at bat. Joe Sparshoe is number 8 in the order, and so Heinrich would come back to bat again the next inning since he was at bat and was not out. Sparshoe in an 0-1 count. Pitch misses down and away for ball 1.
You know, it's not surprising the pitcher gets out of his rhythm, and that's tough.
1-1, that's down and away for ball 2.
Coach took him right out of his rhythm. Self-inflicted there. See if he can get back into it.
Freeman winds and deals. Just misses the outside corner for ball 3.
Hey.
The 3-1, this is popped up and hit out to left center. This will fall for a base hit for Sparshoe.
Joe continues to swing a hot bat, and you know, he's just been great last night and tonight. I've
got to help these guys out.
I've told him before. Alepa.
We got to hit the grand slam.
So if you could hear that,
they're gonna throw him out. They're gonna. Floresville coach is very upset with everything right now. There's nothing we can do about it. But and quite honestly, the announcer is a Hayes. He's Hayes. He's a Hayes employee. This is not a impartial announcer for him. So that's.
Well, they got a Floresville fan that's being very verbose, and umpires do have the ability to eject fans from the stands.
I've seen it. It
happened at Marble Falls.
Happened at Marble Falls, yeah. Uh-oh. Another delay.
And so, man, this inning has just taken a turn of events here. And, folks, we're laboring to try to figure out what all's going on. We make assumptions that Coach Salazar is believing that a Raider batter is batted out of order.
And that's a complete assumption here. But I really don't know what his
and we're just assuming.
It shouldn't have been a beef. And now
regardless of what you and I think.
Yeah. Floresville Tigers are huddling up again. Just honestly, I'm surprised they don't have anybody warming up. That would be a good stall technique. And interesting
how things are playing out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah.
And now,
wow,
Coach Salazar is calling time and making a mound visit. Which he has every right to do.
He has every right to do this. Yep. This is not a...
So with Jake Alepa coming to the plate, there's probably, telling him, don't put anything in the wheelhouse for him.
Yeah. Hottest batter on the Rouse lineup right now coming up to the plate.
And it's just, some of this where you see in the fans just.
I wouldn't be surprised if
being really wrathy on really kind of both sides right now, and definitely it's an aspect of baseball which you really don't want to see.
As I said earlier in the broadcast, there's emotions are running high, both in the stands and on the field.
Reminder that the concession stand is closing soon, so if you need anything, please go see them.
All right, looks like we're ready to get back underway. 1 on with no outs. Joe Sparshoe at first. Preston Freeman on the mound for the Tigers. Jake Alepa at the plate. He takes for ball one. A breaking ball that stays up high. Throw over to first will not be in time as Sparshoe dives back in. And it hasn't been bad baseball between either one of these teams.
No, it's
pitch misses high for ball two. And, you know, both teams have been playing well.
Quality baseball. I mean, good pitching on both sides.
And it's what you expect to see it in the area round of the playoffs. Pitch gets the outside corner for strike one. And we still have innings left, so you've got to play the game.
Got to play it. Got to.
And you deal with the cards that are dealt you, and it's chopped on and hit foul down the left field side. And the count will even at 2.
You overcome anything that you have to overcome, you know? I mean, Rouse threw it in the right field the other inning, and they overcame it.
2-ball, 2-strike count to Jake Alepa. He takes for ball 3 and works the count full.
Not a real surprise that Jake Alepa has another full count. He's been doing that all year long.
Freeman from the stretch. The payoff pitch. It's high for ball 4.
Not a stolen base there because it's a walk. Runner did go, but and would have had the stolen base, but
that is the 5th walk of the afternoon issued by Preston Freeman.
Yeah, that's
still nobody in the Tiger bullpen.
Flirting with disaster. You're flirting with crooked numbers all day if you start walking people like this.
Sparshoe extends his lead a second. Freeman deals. He gets, well, that's not sure where that missed. In fact,
he said outside.
Gonzalez turns around and asks the umpire. He says it was outside, but it looked like a good pitch to me. Keegan Solomon takes for ball 1. 2 on with no outs here in the 4th. Again, a pitch. Two and 0 the count. Freeman from the stretch. He gets the middle for a strike. Two and 1 the count to Solomon. Solomon's 0 for 2. He grounded out to third and short.
See if he can put one into right field.
2-1. That's high and outside for ball 3. And the count goes to 3 and 1.
The pitcher is getting very upset with the home plate umpire. Those are close pitches. I don't think he's getting robbed of any strikes at the moment. But
well, I mean,
close.
In fairness, from our vantage point, because we're elevated, it's hard to tell.
Sure.
Breaking ball in for a strike, and the count goes full. Freeman takes a look, Sparshoe back at second. He deals a breaking ball up high for ball 4. And he issues back-to-back walks. Bases are loaded.
We've got Lucas Sparshoe coming up to the plate.
Sparshoe pinch hitting for Galloway. Sparshoe will not play defensively. He's dealing with an arm injury.
Yeah.
He takes high for a ball. Big Shotties, he's affectionately known. He takes for strike 1.
Yeah, Lucas will not play in the field. I don't believe, although I have seen him throw, take the infield outfield. So
1-1 pitch down and away.
Floresville defense is on the grass, trying to get the runner out at home, cut down the run. No outs.
Well, 2-1. That's outside for ball 3.
I would almost give him a take.
And now there's
here.
some activity. Looks like Britt Cook is headed to the bullpen to get loose. 3 balls and 1 strike to Lucas Sparshoe. His little brother stands 90 feet away from scoring. This is chopped on, and it'll be thrown to force at home.
Yep, got him.
On the fielder's choice. That will go 5-2.
Athletic play right there by the third baseman to jump up and get the ball and get it over to home for the force out.
And again, the bases are loaded.
So now Floresville is playing for a double play. I got it. Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness,
No.
we might get it.
Nope, not me.
That was just out in front of Steve Kidhill. He failed to make the diving effort
My
into the stands.
broadcasting fielder's choice or fielder's percentage is still 0.
He says his insurance would not cover such an injury.
Oh, that's strike 1, huh?
Yeah, that's a strike 1 for sure. Bases loaded with 1 out for Colin Correjo. He takes for ball 1, and that will even the count.
Keep an eye on Jake Aleppa at third base here. They may try something with a pitcher going into a windup.
Correjo takes for strike 2, and there was a no-doubter right down the middle. Belt-high fastball.
Colin's got to put this in play out in the outfield.
The 1-2 pitch,
Hit
that
it.
hits him. Or no, it didn't hit him. And that's going to be a wild pitch. I'm not sure if it got off the edge of the glove, and that will score a run.
I thought that hit him.
I thought it did too.
Wow.
And Aleppo will score. I'd have to go back and look at that. I don't. It's hard to tell in detail with that netting in the way. A chopper hit down to second.
Nobody
It's a slow
played cover
roller.
first.
It's in and out of the glove, and nobody was covering first. Trevino tried to make the play, and it bounced out of his glove, and it was a slow rolling ball
Pitcher didn't go over to first base, and
by Correjo. That will be an infield hit for Correjo.
Pitcher number 8, Oscar Salazar.
Oscar can really make it hurt right now.
Runners on the corners for Oscar Salazar. Salazar takes for a ball 1.
I don't see Colin Correjo trying to steal. That's just not something in his tool bag.
Pitch down and away for ball 2.
Trying to say a nice way of he's not very fast.
Raiders, right? Raiders leading this one 8-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Freeman from the stretch. He deals high and inside. That gets away from Gonzalez, and Sparshoe will stay at third.
Correjo goes over to second now.
Runners at second and third with 1 out, and Salazar shows bunt.
Yeah, this is going to be a take.
And it goes to the backstop and bounces off on ball 4. As that one just totally got away from Freeman.
1 out.
And I'm not sure what his pitch count is, but it has to be really high, just in this inning alone.
Yeah, my
Number 17, Colby Diaz.
internet is just terrible out here, but it's definitely in the 80s.
Colby Diaz will step to the plate. He'll take for ball 1.
I'm not sure that he's feeling it now. Feeling very well.
Britt Cook still getting loose. He should be getting close to ready. 1-0 the count to Diaz. He takes for ball 2. A 2-0 pitch. That's chopped back up the middle.
Colby's
The
got a
short.
run.
Farrell has it, throws over it, and it goes past Trevino, and that will score 2 as Sparshoe and Correjo will score. That will be an E6. On Farrell that allows Diaz to reach on a fielder's choice.
The wheels have kind of fallen off for him. I know it's 10 runs and everything, but this young man on the mound has pitched much better than giving up 10 runs.
He really has. This inning is
gutty performance there.
a gritty performance
Good.
by Preston Freeman.
Preston Freeman, you've impressed.
And he deserves the hand clap.
You've impressed us.
He has done well. The score really doesn't truly indicate how well a job that he had been doing.
No, he's...
So there will be a defensive change as Freeman will go to short, I believe. Or maybe he goes to first. No, Trevino is still in. Let's see who changed on the infield.
I don't know.
Second base, I think.
He'll go in for second.
Yeah, so he was the designated hitter, I believe, listed as a designated hitter also. No, Britt Cook was the designated hitter, so he goes in for Derek Ferreira. Number 4, Britt Cook, comes on in relief of Preston Freeman. He will inherit 2 runners. Colby Diaz and Oscar Salazar at first and third, respectively. Five runs have scored for the Raiders here in the bottom of the 4th.
This half inning keeps going.
This has been the longest half inning in my recent memory.
This is a long inning.
Especially as quickly as the first 2 games in this series went. Extremely quick series. Britt Cook, a lefty for the Tigers.
I see Oscar Salazar is still throwing in the bullpen right now. He's just
trying to stay warm and loose. It's
a long inning like this. It's hard to come back from a long inning, a long rest. So good that he's staying hot.
Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching Raider Baseball on SHN Sports.
That'd be fun for everybody.
Yeah, I'd have to look and see what the express schedule is right now. Drew Forsell will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Cook winds and delivers outside for a ball. Well, there was nowhere near a strike, and the fans in the other half is not available, but I mean, it was well outside.
It was half the batter's box through.
Pitch in for a strike, and that will even the count at 1.
There's the outside corner. Oh, I'm hearing it's 3-1.
That's not right. It's after Diaz reached. I believe that they placed it, so don't trust the scoreboard. Pitch inside.
Yeah.
Well, actually it was. I say don't trust it, but I didn't have that count. So I guess in all the confusion, Carter Heinrich, who got things started with a leadoff home run in this inning, will come to the plate for his second at bat of the inning. Bases loaded.
Still one out.
Number 9.
Cook winds. He deals outside, low and outside for ball one. Heinrich, the 10th batter of the inning.
From the windup, you can get a good jump.
1-0, foul tip for strike one. The Tigers, coming into last night's game, had not given up a run through 3 games in the playoffs.
I think the umpire just said that the catcher in the bullpen has to have a helmet on.
1-1, this is sharply hit foul.
Don't hit my car. Okay,
Yeah, don't
thank
hit
you.
mine either. And Heinrich down in the count, 1-2. Raiders leading this one 10-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded with 1 out for Carter Heinrich in a 1-2 count. Britt Cook on the mound for the Tigers. That's chopped and hit back up the middle. A great effort made by Trevino, and there will not be
Base
a throw.
hit. That's base hit.
As Farrell could not find anybody. That will score Salazar.
Joe Sparshoe.
All right, so now we're getting a courtesy runner, which is Sam Walsh, in for the catcher, Carter Heinrich.
And believe it or not, that will be a base hit. No error was made on the play.
No, that's the first baseman dove for the ball. The pitcher's a left-handed pitcher, so all his momentum's going to third base. Couldn't cover the bag, and Carter Heinrich beat it out.
This is a chopper hit back up towards third. The throw home. His foot was off the bag, but the umpire rules it an out. Diaz, that will go 5-2.
Center fielder number 6.
Second runner thrown out at home today, or this inning.
Runners, bases are still loaded. And a fielder's choice by Sparshoe. Jake Alepa back up at the plate. He drew a walk his first time up. He takes for a ball.
Have a series, Jake Alepa. Come on.
Cook from the windup. 1-0 pitch. This is hit back up the middle. Freeman has it. Will make the throw over to second, and that will do it.
Ooh, finally.
That will go 6-4 on the putout of Sparshoe to end the inning. But the Raiders get 5 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2. And after 4 complete, it's 11-2 Raiders.
All right, so now Oscar needs to come out and throw strikes. And honestly, if they hit it, it's okay. Make them go 90 feet. You know, make it hard for them to go 90 feet, 90 feet, 90 feet, and score. On the other side of things, the defense should be playing back and taking away all doubles. No doubles defense right now.
Right.
Outs are great to get. Got to get the outs. We're in the top of the 5th, right?
We are in the top of the 5th. Oscar Salazar back on to pitch the 5th for the Raiders after a long rest.
Boy, Floresville coaching staff is still barking at the umpires. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if they have a beef or
We're almost an hour
sure.
and 45 minutes in.
That's as long as the game was last night. I mean, we flew last night.
All right.
I mean, 2 really good pitchers on last night and
So
5
due
runs
up
total.
for the Tigers in the 5th, Villarreal, Freeman, and Espinosa.
Number 11, Jacob Villarreal.
So, best pitch here is strike 1.
Salazar from the stretch deals for ball 1. So I want to give a big shout out to Adam Carino for filling in for me last night. Pitch in for a strike. That will even the count at 1. The 1-1, that's fouled off for strike 2. Villarreal is
Punched
hitting
out.
to a fielder's choice and singled as he strikes out. That will bring up the shortstop,
Number 3, Preston Freeman.
Preston Freeman. Freeman's 1 for 2. He struck out back in the first and singled in the third.
Oh, great pitch right there. Off speed.
Kinsey gives a shout out to Britt. He said, let's go. She says, let's go. Britt, you got this. Roy Merrow lets us know, unless it's an early game, the Express are at home all next week except Wednesday.
Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Swing for a strike 2. Swing and miss.
Riley B says, let's go, Freeman, you got it. The 0-2, that's outside for ball 1. One and 2 the count to Preston Freeman. The pitch from Salazar. That's cut on and hit up toward first. Forcell has it, and he will step on the bag, and that will go 3U on the put out. And
2 quick outs. That's good.
Number 1, Jonathan Espinosa.
And that will bring up Jonathan Espinosa. He's 0 for 2. He has popped up to second and actually hit into a fielder's choice, so that would make him 1 for 1 or 0 for 1. And it was caught in a double play.
Ooh.
Fastball down the
All right.
middle and misses low. He balled 2. 2-0 the count for Espinosa. Pitch out and away for ball 3.
Need 3 good pitches right here. Come on. Right down the middle.
Raiders leading this one 11-2 in the top of the 5th. That pitch sails high for ball 4. One on with 1 out
I wonder if
for Jacob Trevino.
I wonder if Oscar's starting to fatigue just a bit.
You know, it was a long rest between these innings. First pitch in for a strike. Espinosa extends his lead at first. Salazar comes set, the 0-1. That's outside, and that will even the count.
Trying to find the strike zone right now. I think
Raiders do have some activity going.
I think that's Mason Bowers in the. Is it lefty?
I'm waiting to
that
see.
Well, that's
Not
that's a
sure where
ball.
that one missed, but
Yeah, he hasn't been calling that pitch. Yeah, that's definitely Mason Bowers and the getting ready in the Raiders bullpen.
2-1 the count. Pitch high for ball 3. And he's saying he's good. He's nodding his head to coach. The 3-1 pitch gets the outside corner for a strike. Count goes full.
Extremely good pitch right there. Runner will be going on the pitch here.
Trevino's actually 0 for 2. This is cut on and hit foul. He struck out in the first and grounded out to short or second, back into third. Cardenas on deck. Salazar comes set. Payoff pitch. This is lined back up the middle. Sparshoe has it. The throw to first pulls him way off the bag.
He missed him. Yep.
He missed him, and actually, Sparshoe is in the game. He stayed in the game.
He is, and he threw a long throw. I just know that his arm is a little fragile right now.
That will be a base hit for Trevino. Tigers have 2 aboard here in the top of the 5th. Cardenas has popped up to second and has an RBI single to right field. 1-0 the count to Cardenas. Pitch outside. Heinrich does a great job getting over.
Yeah, I think
maybe starting to run out a little bit of gas.
He's hit a wall a little, just a little one.
I think that long respite in between innings was.
Coach is making sure right now. You okay? You ready to come in?
Two on with 2 outs. The 2-0 pitch. This is lined back up the middle. This will go into center field. Aleppo will throw it home, and that will load the bases.
I'm really surprised they didn't try to score a run right there.
Well, you know, it's as you mentioned before. You know, sometimes that's a smart thing, not forcing it when you've got 2 outs.
Of course.
And give your batters an opportunity.
You can't have the 3rd out be at home right there in an 11-2 ball game.
That will bring up the designated hitter, Britt Cook. Cook takes for ball 1. So Coach Salazar doing the smart thing to hold
I agree.
Espinosa at 3rd. The 1-0. This is popped up and playable. Sparshoe calling it. He makes the catch, and that will do it for the Tiger 5th. They get no runs on 2 hits. They leave them loaded.
All right, 1 run to win.
On to the bottom we go. Raiders leading it 11-2 over the Tigers. Due up for the Raiders in the 5th. Aleppo. Now let's see. I'm trying to make sure I've got it right. Yeah, I believe it's Aleppo. Aleppo, Solomon, and Galloway. And we'll see just as soon as they come out. So Sparshoe hit into a fielder's choice.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's right, I think. No, Aleppo must have hit into a fielder's choice, right?
Hold on. So it looks like
and then he was thrown out at second. That's right. So this was the fielder's choice here for Aleppo. So it should be Keegan Solomon leading things off. I just put my hash line in the wrong place on my book, so let me erase that.
Top of the order coming up. It's good.
Raiders batted 12 in the fourth.
Always a good problem to have. A messy scorebook, right?
Yep.
At least on the Raiders side.
Well, we've been on the other end of it.
Oh, we sure have.
Last week versus Canyon in Game 2, they shut the Raiders out 13-0.
Hit a couple of home runs against us, and yeah, that was rough. Rough game.
Only to return the favor in Game 3.
Rouse
Raiders
returned it. Yep.
defeated Canyon 14-4 in Game 3 of that series to win the bi-district championship over the champion of District 26 5A.
Yep. So we need one run, and one run will end the ball game.
Keegan Solomon digs in for his first time against Britt Cook, and he hits this one out to center. Villarreal tracks it. He makes the catch.
Now I'm going to say that was not an easy catch. The ball was smoked out there. Probably hit 375 feet, maybe 365 feet. But
Right.
The hardest ball to field for an outfielder is the one right over your head, directly over your head.
Yeah, and the thing
made
about
it
it
look
is,
good.
if that would have been hit to left or right, that would have been out of the park,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
as there are only 315 down the lines, and that was almost to the fence. Sparshoe takes for ball one. One and 0 the count. Cook winds and delivers. This is hit out to left. This will be a base hit for Sparshoe. If Sparshoe can score, that will end it.
We got a pinch hitter now coming up to the plate is Brian Templeton.
Templeton hitting for Correjo, and Correjo really, he has a double and a single.
I think they're trying to do a righty-lefty matchup. Correjo's a lefty, and so you got a left-handed hitter on the left-handed pitcher on the mound. So Coach Krempine trying to get the favorable matchup. Very likely Colin Correjo will come back into the game into right field if we go back out there.
Rebecca Rodriguez says, way to go, John. I missed this earlier. This is lined up to short.
Yeah, that's
it's over the glove of Preston Freeman.
tough play of the
That's a tough play
shortstop.
deep in the hole. That will not be ruled an error. That will be ruled a base hit.
Ball was hit hard.
Juan Mancias says need a coaching change.
Nope. I don't know about that.
So I'm not sure as to what the reference is, but that's what he says. Nothing derogatory, but two on with one out for Oscar Salazar. Salazar takes for ball one. Cook from the stretch. This is fouled off for a strike, and that will even the count. Colby Diaz helping his on-deck fielding percentage. It will remain at 1,000 on the season. And for those just listening the first time, that's just a made-up stat funny by me. So
On-deck fielding percentage.
on-deck fielding percentage. It's when they go and get the ball after it gets fouled off or a wild pitch with nobody on. Hit over to second, and it's through the glove of Freeman and onto the ground, and that will be an error on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, that
Salazar hits into the fielder's choice.
that's a costly one, I think.
And that'll go down as an E4.
Again, if this runner scores from third base, Sparshoe scores from third base, game's over.
Colby Diaz.
Anything to the outfield, anything hard on the ground ball that doesn't get picked up is it's a done deal.
Diaz is 0 for 1. He's grounded to first, or popped up to first.
Be good for Colby.
He's walked, and he reached on an error and a fielder's choice.
Be good for Colby to barrel one up.
Fouls this one off, and that will even the count at 1. Only one run needs to score, and only one will count unless he hits it over the fence. The 1-1, this is hit foul, and the count will go to 1-2.
Pitcher pitching Colby Diaz pretty tough right here. Those two pitches were rather nasty.
Diaz, a Texas State commit. He's only a junior. The 1-2, that's hit foul down the third base side, and the count remains at 1-2.
Interesting, they're playing back in the up the middle, so they're going to play for the double play.
Pitch sails high for ball 2. That will even the count.
If they do not turn the double play for whatever reason, the game will be over. On a ground ball hit up the middle.
This is lined back up the middle.
Play.
They got to turn 2.
Which they do.
And they do. Raiders unable to get a run across.
Hate to see that. You gotta capitalize when you can, but all right, so we do have a pitching change now. Senior Mason Bowers, number 32, coming in to pitch. He's a lefty, committed to Mid-Michigan Community College. He will play at the next level. And this is what I know about him. He's got a live fastball, but he works off the curveball, and I'm telling you, it's nasty.
Due up for the Tigers. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Due up for the Tigers in the 6th. Gonzalez, Farrell, and LaFleur. Typically on that kind of change, it's because he's looking to make a change at the plate. And at that, there was probably the throwing error.
Oh, yeah, defensive replacement.
Yep.
You know, you want to put, when you have a lead of 11-2, you want to put your very best defense out there. Again, there's no gimmies. You can't give out outs. You can't give outs away. You can't give bases away. So you want to have a clean inning, and you forego offense if you have to. You forego offense and you play really good defense. You just try to hang on to the lead. So
Mason Bowers getting his first appearance since back in the opening of district versus Liberty Hill.
Yeah, this is his first appearance since then. And I mean, that was early March, I think.
Well, he almost had an appearance last week, but coach did not put him on the roster.
Yeah, he even tried to go in
for that game, so they had to pull him out before he threw a pitch, or that would have been an out. Bowers comes set. He deals, misses outside for a ball.
Good to see Mason Bowers back.
Victor Gonzalez at the plate. He's walked and struck out. 2-0 the count.
His job should be throw strikes. Just got to throw strikes.
This is
That's
cut
great.
on and popped up. It's most likely out.
Oh,
It's just off the top of the fence.
good play. Good
Effort
try.
by Drew Forsell,
Yep.
but it was right off the yellow. The yellow, I guess you
Piping?
could call it piping across the top of the plate. It's just split plastic, corrugated tubing.
Corrugated tubing.
You
Wow.
like that? There you go.
Man.
The 2-1, that's upstairs. If you're familiar with French drain pipe, that's kind of what it is, but it's split. Instead of being black with perforated holes, it's just yellow with no perforations, just corrugated. 3 balls and 1 strike. Gets the outside corner for strike 2 and works the count full. Bowers comes set. He's pitching from the stretch. The payoff pitch. That's high and outside for ball 4.
Just can't give up the free ones.
I just
Need to.
gotta get in your rhythm, and it'll take a little bit of time. As most pitchers, when they come in, they don't usually find their rhythm until maybe the second or third batter they're facing.
Pitch running, courtesy runners, Robert Contreras.
Robert Contreras running for the catcher. Fastball high for ball 1 for Brooks Farrell.
There
1-0.
we
That
go.
gets the outside corner for a strike. LaFleur on deck. The 1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 2.
It's become very overcast. Kind of almost a little dark.
The 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 3. Bowers comes set.
Activity in the bullpen.
Checks the runner at first. That's fouled off on a fastball down the middle. And the count goes full to Brooks Farrell. One on with no outs here in the top of the 6th. Throw over to first will not be in time as Contreras dives back in safely. Raiders leading this one 11-2. Bowers delivers. This is cut on.
Not me.
Steve says not him.
Not me. Oh,
And
that
it falls right in front of the Floresville fans.
really almost hit that girl. Wow.
Count stays full to Brooks Farrell. Bowers deals the payoff pitch. This is hit out to right. This is going to fall in for a base hit. Correjo has it to throw the third.
No way.
Will be in time,
Got
and
him.
he is picked off.
Wow.
Thrown out by Colin Correjo.
Guys, that was an amazing throw. Hit the
I'll
the
say
cutoff
Correjo,
man.
but he hit Sparshoe,
Hit
and Sparshoe
Sparshoe.
throws it to third,
Threw a frozen rope to third base.
and to get Gonzalez.
Wow.
Number 14, Gavin LaFleur.
That will go 9-4-5 on the
Man,
put out of Gonzalez.
Great baseball play right there.
And Farrell will pick up the single.
Advances to second.
Advances to second on the throw to third.
There you go. Yep.
So no double. 1-0 the count to LaFleur. This is popped up and playable. Lucas Sparshoe tracks it and makes the catch. Big shotty for out number 2.
Number 11, Jacob Villarreal.
That will bring up the number 9 hitter, Jacob Villarreal. He's hitting to a fielder's choice. He's singled and struck out. Pitch in for a ball. One on with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Bowers deals. This is chopped on and fouled off for strike 1. That will even the count up.
Raiders defense playing straight away, pretty deep. Jake Alepa always plays a shallow center field, though.
Pitch in for a strike, and that will go take the count to 1-2.
Jake plays that center field, that shallow center field, to take away the cheap hits, and then he has the ability to backtrack and get things over his head.
1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 2. That will even the count up at 2.
It cooled down maybe a degree or 2.
Yeah, it feels like it has cooled down just a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just a skosh. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, 1 on. Bowers deals. This is lined back up the middle. Bowers has it. The throw over to first. In time, and just in time. Woo! It bounced off the chest of Bowers, but he was able to field it and get it over to Forsell.
Good play.
That will go 1-3 on the put out of Villarreal, and that will end the Tigers' 6th. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2, and after 5.5, it's 11-2 Raiders.
Again, the Raiders have a opportunity here. They score 1, the game is over. So that's a 10 runs after 5 rule on UIL baseball. So.
Well, Raiders had the opportunity as they had bases loaded with 1 out, and ended with an inning-ending double play to foil the run rule for the 5th inning.
They played for the double play, and they got the double play.
They did, off of Colby Diaz. Due up for the Raiders in the 6th, Forsell, Heinrich, and Sparshoe. That would be Joe Sparshoe, since Big Brother has entered the game. You know, what a great family the Sparshoes are.
Oh, Brian Sparshoe, the president of the Baseball Booster Club, and Angel Sparshoe is the, I would say, the main assistant to Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they are two very
runs the ship.
They are both very warm people.
Very, yeah.
And I have enjoyed getting to meet Angel and Joe. More Angel. I've had more interaction with Angel. Just a very warm and generous person.
Absolutely.
Very pleasant to be around. You can feel her genuine care and all of that. She's just a very genuine person.
Great lady.
A great lady. Forsell will lead things off here in the 6th for the Raiders. Britt Cook on the mound for the Tigers. Cook winds and deals. That's low for ball 1. Forsell is 1 for 1. He's got a single and 2 walks. One 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Cook wasn't real happy with that call. He felt like that was more in the strike zone.
That pitch is consistently on both sides been called a ball.
That's high for ball 3. Scott Forsell, come on, Drew, get a hit and get to the airport.
Yeah, I believe I understand that he has a 4:30 flight.
3-0, in for a strike, and Forsell thought it was ball 4 as he threw the bat back. He will go and pick it up and continue his at-bat.
He's cutting it close, by the way.
All right.
It's 2 o'clock right now. He has a 4:30 flight. That's pretty tight.
3-1 the count. The pitch from Cook. That is cut on and hit out to right.
Fair ball.
That will drop in for a base hit. He's going to round first, and he will head to second with a stand-up double. Drew Forsell has been one of the biggest surprises this year for the Raiders since he's assumed the duties of first base beginning in district. He has been very, very patient at the plate, takes pitchers into deep counts, and he's a baller.
All around, he has just really, really impressed. And, his defensive skills have been just top-notch. Offensively, he has really come on as well.
Carter Heinrich takes for ball 1. Darla Cook, go Esp. Again, we want to thank the Tiger fans for tuning in and listening. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside for strike 1. That will even the count. Cook from the stretch. The 1-1. That's down and away for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. That is popped up and playable. It's kind of out in no man's land.
Yeah.
Villarreal in on it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Heinrich.
Hit too far for the shortstop to handle, but
center
fielder came in just
It was
fine.
way up in the air, and it gave Villarreal plenty of time to run underneath it. It was a high fly ball.
Yeah. Jackson Warren is stepping up to the plate. He's pinch hitting.
Warren pinch hitting for Joe Sparshew. He takes, and he's safe. And much to the chagrin of the Tiger faithful here, they felt like that he was out. As Forsell will pick up a stolen base.
And I have that as ball 1.
Ball 1.
Jackson Warren, this is a big, this is big because that's a big base to steal because now a
wild
fly
pitch or a fly ball or something like that may see Forsell score. That pitch in the dirt for ball 2. I mean, I can't really argue against their thoughts. He seemed like he was calling him safe almost before he got to the bag, but his hand was on the outside of the bag where he tagged, and that's probably where he saw it safe. It's often that's fouled back.
Hard call to make.
Sometimes from the stands, it's easier to see from a distance. Sometimes
sure
you don't see everything right at the plate. And we're having to look through netting, and so there's a certain impediment about that we may not be able to see. So another thing to keep in mind is umpires are only human too.
Only human. I still don't like them.
1-2. In for strike 3. And Warren caught looking. Jake Aleppa will come to the plate.
Number 6, Jake Aleppa.
He got things started for the Raiders back in the second with a grand slam home run. Cook delivers outside for ball 1. Will he be the hero for the second time in the game? The 1-0, that's in for a strike. And that will even the count at 1.
Jake taking the whole way. He wants to see as many pitches as he possibly can.
One bounces away and not far enough, and Coach Crimpine with 2 outs opting not to send Forsell home.
Yeah, that just didn't get far enough away
Nope.
from the.
Definitely not, and Cook was
Kudos to the catcher right there. He
on his way to cover the plate.
saved a run. They definitely saved a run there. An important run.
Yeah, Gonzalez doing a great job behind the plate. This is hit foul down the left field side, and that will even the count up at 2.
I have a prediction. It's going to go full count.
Gonna go full count.
It's going to go full count. That's my prediction. You heard it here first.
I heard it here first. All right, well, we'll see. Deuce is wild for Aleppa. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch misses that down, misses low for
Boom.
ball 3. And
there I am.
you heard it here, folks. The great prognosticator, Steve Kittle.
It's just because Jake Aleppa goes full count every single at bat. He makes pitchers work.
And I believe that Steve Kithill actually prognosticated that Poxitani Field would see his shadow.
Yep.
Aleppa caught looking for out number 3. And Cook strikes out the last 2.
That was a nasty pitch by Cook right there.
It really was. And on to the 7th we go.
Not much Jake could do about that.
Raiders get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. And on to the 7th we go. And regardless, unless the wheels fall off, this will be the last half inning of the game.
Let's just make it quick.
Mason Bowers back on to pitch the 7th for the Raiders. He's got an 11-2 lead, and at this point, this is not a safe situation.
No, not a safe situation.
You really have to give a tip of the hat to the Raiders as they platooned this game with Oscar Salazar getting his first start of the season, or the district and playoff season, getting his first start.
He really stepped up.
And keep in mind, folks, this is just a 14-year-old freshman, and he's a young 14. So.
Oscar,
But he plays much more mature than that. He has been in the starting lineup and rotation all year long. One of the hottest batters in the order.
You're going to build a program right around Oscar these next 3 years.
Yeah.
He's going to be part of the leadership next year with Colby and Carter Heinrich, but he is going to be a major piece going forward the next 3 years.
Right.
And
he's still got a lot of growth.
He's got growth
left to go. When you have a kid like that, usually they've matured a whole lot in size and they don't have a whole lot of growth left. But when you step up next to him, you don't feel like you're stepping up next to a man. You look like you're looking at a.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of excitement with Salazar.
He just needs to get into the kitchen and eat some.
Eat a sandwich or two.
Eat a sandwich, drink some milkshakes.
Mason Bowers delivers for ball 1 to Freeman. Preston Freeman leading off the 7th for the Tigers. Espinoza on deck. This is lined out to left. This will be a base hit. Jonathan Espinoza, the right fielder, will come to the plate. He has a fielder's choice. He's popped up to second, and he's walked. Bowers from the stretch, the pitch. That's outside. And low for ball one.
Raiders should be just playing straight away, try to get an out somewhere, somehow, somewhere. Don't think they'll bunt in this situation. They can't give up outs.
Pitch outside for ball two. It's like we got activity going in the Raider bullpen, and Coach Crampini even in the bullpen as well.
I believe I see Logan Smith warming up, and maybe that's James Hunt.
Ball three. 3-0 the count to Espinosa. Freeman staying close to the bag at first with a lefty on the mound. The 3-0, that's in the dirt, and ball four. And that will load two.
First baseman, number 7, Jacob Trevino.
And Coach Harris is going to make his way out. And
yeah, Coach is taking in. Is that Hunt?
I believe that is. I believe that is Hunt.
I believe that's Hunt. Yeah, that's Hunt. Going to make the change right here.
So and nothing against Bowers. He's just hasn't had a lot of time to pitch because of injury issues and being in a game situation since Liberty Hill. So you probably wanted to limit the number of pitches that he was going to throw, and
sure.
And depending upon the success that he was having, of whether he was going to keep him in or not. But that will bring in the senior, number 21, James Hunt. Hunt's last appearance last week versus Canyon in game 2.
Hunt did okay in that game. He
did.
Came in and gave him a few valuable innings. I believe he did give up a couple of runs, but that in this case, in this scenario, go ahead, give up a couple runs. It's fine. 3 outs. We'll trade runs and outs. It's fine.
Rebecca Rodriguez cheering on Preston and John Espinosa. Hunt getting his warm-ups in. Two on with no outs.
Yeah, the Raiders
Here
need
in the
to
top of the 7th.
Raiders need to understand those runners
don't mean anything at this
anything.
point.
We
just need outs.
Just get outs. So play back and get the easiest out you can get.
Hunt is warmed up and ready to go. Jacob Trevino will stand in. Trevino is 1 for 3, has struck out, grounded to second, and singled. He takes for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Just misses the outside corner. May have been a little low.
Yeah, he's just not. He will not give that. He hasn't given it to Floresville either.
He hasn't given it to anybody.
That's just he's consistent.
What looks like a strike to us evidently is a little lower. 2-0. That's fouled off and hits the top of the concession stand.
Don't worry, it's closed.
Oh, it's already closed.
Oh, yeah. Manager's closed up and gone home.
No dollar dogs on Saturday?
I don't think so.
That's fouled off for strike 2. Then that will even the count at 2-2. Cardenas on deck. The 2-2. This is through the gap and into left field. They're sending the runner home, but the throw will not be in time. They're going to throw the third, and they have him.
Again, it's a I'll take it. You take the run. Go ahead and take the run. We'll take the out.
Preston Freeman scores.
Third baseman, number 9, Brandon Cartias.
And Espinoza is out.
That's how you play
And
this.
that will go 2-6 on the out on the fielder's choice.
It's not a worry.
One on with one out for Cardenas, and Cardenas hits this one out to right center. And it's just beyond the outstretched glove of Colin Correjo. That'll fall in for a base hit.
Got to squeeze that one maybe, but it's okay. That was a long run. He probably went 90 to 100 feet to try to catch that ball.
Right.
Courtesy runner for the Tigers. Ben Reed is going into second base.
So Ben Reed
Of course, the runner couldn't go from first to third on that because he thought the ball was going to be caught. So,
We also have another
well, it's a
courtesy
pinch runner for, these are not courtesy runners, folks. These are pinch runners.
these guys are getting into the game, officially into the game.
They have to be either a catcher or a pitcher to have a courtesy runner.
It's an official
It is an official pinch runner.
pinch runner, and they are
Pitch in for ball one.
They are officially in the game, and
The Raiders have more activity going on. It looks like maybe Blake Gonzalez getting loose. 1-0. This is hit out to right.
it's hit hard.
And it's hit hard, and it's beyond the arms of Colin Correjo. And a run will score. And 2 aboard. Britt Cook picks up
Number 10, Victor
a single.
Gonzalez.
Runners at second and third as he advances to second on the throw to third. Victor Gonzalez takes for a ball.
Nope, wrong one.
Tigers cut into the lead, 11-4. Cut the lead by 7. Pitch misses low for ball 2.
I don't know how long Coach Krempine will have.
Well, he's got to get somebody warm.
Well, he's definitely. I mean, I see 3 pitchers over there.
Pitch high
Yeah,
for ball 2.
more people are scattering over there.
Andrew Kiddill is headed to the bullpen. He does have, I believe, 12 pitches available.
He does have it. Yep.
3-0, swung on and missed.
Green light, 3-0. Ooh,
And on a pitcher that hasn't thrown any strikes.
I'm questioning that one, but
Kinsey says, let's go Tigers. This is fouled off, and the count goes full.
for you Tiger fans, if you could give us at least a like, that would help us out a lot. If you want to subscribe, that's great. And
The SHN brings more than just high school baseball. They also bring some collegiate baseball, and
we
also
appreciate
they
it.
got a full lineup of sports since they cover basketball. A pitch down and away, and Hunt loads the bases on a free pass.
Coach Krempine is asking if Logan Smith is ready. A signal is that he is ready. They're going to go ahead and make a pitching change, I believe.
And Coach Krempine is going to call time.
That's Caden Kaspar going out to right field. And that's just a plain defensive. Landon Miller. Sorry. Landon Miller is going out to right field. That's a pure defensive adjustment there. As Colin Correjo has had a great day at the plate.
Brooks Farrell will come to the plate.
Brooks Farrell now batting for the Tigers.
He is 1 for 2. He is singled. He's popped out to center and walked. He will line this to Sparshoe at second. The throw over to first in time for out number 2, but that will be an RBI as Cardenas will score.
Left fielder, number 14, Gavin LaFleur.
4-3 on the put out of Farrell.
You may hear a rumble.
Runners at second and third.
Fans are getting excited.
And they will get him at the plate.
Out at the plate.
Britt Cook is stopped at the plate by Carter Heinrich, and that will do it as they were trying to get the runner, but the bounce back off of the fence came right back to Carter Heinrich. And Britt Cook knew that he did not have a chance at that point, and he just rolled over, and then he pats Heinrich on the shoulder to kind of laugh it off. But congratulations to your Rouse Raiders. They are your area champions. And they will face the Cedar Park Timberwolves for the third time.
Third time's a charm.
As they've dropped the first 2 games to the Timberwolves in district play.
Wow. Great. Glad the season's extending on.
Oscar Salazar will pick up his first win as starting game 3 of the area round.
And you know, Jake Alepa just continues to stay hot. And,
Preston Freeman will take the loss.
Jake is, man, what a couple of games he's put together.
You know, if you look at a player of the game for 2, well, yesterday you had 2 players of the game, really. Daniel Norris and Jake Alepa. Today, you got to look at Oscar Salazar and Jake Alepa.
Oscar Salazar, Jake Alepa. Jake Alepa with the grand slam. Unbelievable.
And we apologize, folks. We were really having to compete with the sound here. It's extremely loud. So, I mean, you look at Jake Alepa and Oscar Salazar. Salazar doing exactly what Coach asked him to do.
Did everything
that he could do. Then the Raider Bats did exactly what you and I said before the game is they've got to come alive in Game 3 to take advantage of Floresville. A very tough out. You know, they've allowed very few runs until today in the playoffs. And so the Raiders put 15 on them over 2 games. Overall, they came in and put together 7 runs on the Raiders overall. 1 run yesterday, 1 run on Thursday, and then 5 today.
And quite honestly, the 3 in the last inning, that's just one of those strategy things. You're just trying to throw strikes and get some outs. So.
But the Raiders have their hands full as they take on the Timberwolves this week, and we'll get that out to you as soon as we know what the schedule will be, whether it'll be a 1 or 3 game series.
That'll be you will know.
A much closer road to home at that point. So we're happy for that. But, you know, we want to offer our congratulations to the Floresville Tigers and advancing to the area round, and we wish them and their seniors all the best. To Ricky Salazar and his coaching staff, and to all the fans, your team did an outstanding job over the year. So,
Hey, one more thing. I want to give my son, Andrew Kithill, his birthday is tomorrow. So give him a happy birthday, Andrew.
happy birthday, Andrew.
He actually becomes an adult, 18, huh? So time to go to the post office and register.
There you go. Got to register for the selective service.
Yep.
And anyway, the happy final from Hayes High School. Your Raiders defeat the Floresville Tigers 11-5 and advance to the regional qualifying round. Quarterfinal.
Yep. Against
Of
Cedar
the
Park.
playoffs against Cedar Park, and that is definitely going to be a tough out.
That's a tough out. They've already met twice, and
they've made us pay for our mistakes twice.
They're a really solid, good team. But Leander ISD should be pretty darn excited about having two of their and 25-5A.
Right.
For that matter. I mean,
two teams out of the same district that are facing each other.
It can't be much better than that. So
and
job, guys.
Cedar Park's going to come ready.
Oh, yeah.
Their coaching staff was here today watching what was going on.
They're still here today. They're still.
No, they just left. They just left.
Oh, I see them right down there.
Oh, did they move down there?
They're still
maybe
right there.
Maybe they're gonna go and flip.
Oh yeah, could
for
be.
home and home here, and we may know this afternoon exactly what the schedule will be for next week. But with that, we want to thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider baseball.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And for Steve Kithill, I'm Michael Francis, and as soon as we know, you'll know, and we'll get it posted on social media. Give Steve a follow at @Kithill on Twitter.
KITHIL.
And myself at Michael_Francis, FRANCES, on Twitter as well. Those are the easiest ones to follow, as we post links each and every week for those games. So for Steve Kithill, I'm Michael Francis. Good night, everybody.
Good night.